بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا مولانا محمد رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهداه. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق الناصر الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله وصحبه حق قدره ومقداره العظيم، صلاة ترضيك وترضيه وترضى بها عنا مولانا رب العالمين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Alhamdulillah, with Allah's barakah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah we will continue this evening teaching the book of Mawlana Sheikh Abdul Qadir Al-Jailani, Al-Aziz, in his book Sublime Revelation, Al-Fath ar-Rabbani. May Allah guide us as He have guided him. May He grant us the ilm accompanied with amal and sincerity for the best of dunya and akhirah. Ameen, ameen, ya Rabbal Alameen. So we are in page what?
377.
377. For those whom they have the book, inshallah. And Brother Aqil will read for us today's chapter. Brother.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Page 377, the first paragraph. Woe unto you! Allah, Almighty and glorious is He, has chosen poverty for you, but you wish for wealth.
Something here, of course, going to be later explained. When you say faqr, poverty, does not mean poverty of money. Could be poverty of manners, poverty of many things. Sickness, could be anything. So not that mean only money, for example. What is the most important things to happen when you face any difficulties such as poverty, sickness? First of all, rida. Alhamdulillah ala kulli hal. And ya Allah, you knows my situation and therefore I need your help. Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, when they were just about to throw him in fire, Jibreel came to him, say, are you in need for help? It's a test for his iman now. Is Jibreel the one who put him in this situation, or Allah? No. So the solution is in Allah's hand or Jibreel's hand? Allah's hand. So Sayyidina Ibrahim, he has knowledge of that. He's a Rasul, Nabi, and he's an example. The things will be written for the later generation, and it's recorded in Al-Quran Al-Kareem. The story of Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam. So when he was in that situation and Jibreel came to him, you need any help? He said, from you, no. From Allah, yes. Hasbi Allah wa ni'mal wakil. And he said, ilmuhu bihali yughni an su'ali. He knows my situation, therefore no need for me to ask. In Hadith Qudsi, Allah said, whoever engage himself with my remembrance, من شغله ذكري عن مسألتي أعطيته أفضل معطي السائلين. I mean, if someone engage himself with my remembrance and he forgot to ask me for his needs, I will give him more than what the supplicant asked me for. In those when they ask Allah dua for something, and someone who he is doing zikr only, because he just to be with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah will give that who engage himself with zikr more than the one who asks him for anything. Because you ask for something, Allah give you more than you imagine. So he said, no one expected the things to be happen in such way. He threw him in fire, and Allah said, وَقُلْنَا يَا نَارْ كُونِي بَرْدًا وَسَلَامًا. Allah instructed the fire to be cool and peace for Ibrahim. Mawlana Jalaluddin, why he's like that? Why it happened to his Sayyidina Ibrahim? Because he's Khalilullah. He's Allah's beloved. Mawlana Jalaluddin Rumi said something regarding this, very interesting. He said, fire normally burn. Fire is burning, will burn everything, correct? Except fire of love. It has peace and cool. Piece of fire of mahabbah. They asked Majnun Layla, he was burning with love of Layla. They took him to Kaaba. They asked him to pray to Allah to get rid of the love of Layla. He stands in front of Kaaba and he holds the sitar, the kiswa, and he said, Ya Allah, increase my love for Layla. Let this fire increase more and more.
Allah.
Yeah. Well, Muhibbin, they knows what that means. But Ar-Rida, first of all, to accept, say Alhamdulillah ala kulli hal, because you give up, you have no way, where to go. Secondly, complain Allah to His creatures, they are helpless. Helpless. They say, Ya Haji, be patient. That's all Allah asks you to do. Isbiru wa sabiru. And in the end of the day, you cannot run away from Allah's destiny because you go back to His destiny anyway. But you have to be winner, not loser. Now, Fadl.
Do you not realize that He is choosing for your sake and you are disapproving? What disapproves of His choice is nothing but your lower self, your passion, your natural inclination, your devil, and your bad companions. All of these disapprove of the choice made by Allah. Almighty and glorious is He. So you must not go along with them. Pay no attention to them. Their recalcitrance and their displeasure with your Lord. Almighty and glorious is He. You must listen to what the heart and the innermost being.
Now, you see, there you have, in any difficulties, you have two choices. Any situation, not any situation. Either to be with Allah or to be with yourself. And yourself, the minute you hand over guidance to yourself, ego will come, fed up, jealous will come, all the sicknesses will come. And nafs, why? Ammarah bisu. Nafs, they always ask you to do. The easiest way is always the evil way. The easiest. Allah said, you need to reach to me, inna ma'al usri yusra. You have to face difficulties. And then you will see the ease. You will make you forget about the past. Yeah? Sometimes people being prisoner of their past, therefore they cannot see their future. If you are prisoner of your past, always, you remember that day this thing happened, I told you, you just go and how, you know what, the past between you and past, like 10 years, 20 years, too far, correct? But we recall it in seconds. You remember in 1989, well, on that day in particular, I was with you, she or he, not necessarily. But you go back to the, why that thing happened? Who is the one who tell you to do this? To recall the past immediately. We said they are either one, either Rahman or Shaitan. You think here is Shaitan, and Rahman he asks you to go to the past? Allah asks you to start always new pages. With yourself, with the people, with whoever. And He's looking. It's your choice. You go to the past, or you live in the present and build. You make that past as a lessons, not to follow it again. That's number one. Number two, people talk. People always talk. Don't put yourself in the prison of people's opinions and talk. Huh? Because sometimes you listen too much to the people. And now, mashallah, you know, people, what we have? TikTok, all this. If we educate ourselves through people whom they don't know what their background. We think they are wise. But when they are, in terms of, you present what they said in according to Quran. We talk about Quran, how Al-Quran Kalamullah means, I mean, لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين. And you go follow she or he, someone who think he's I don't know what. Huh? He might say what is correct, but most of the time they are wrong. Yeah? Even in Quran, sometimes people interpret it as they like. No ilm. But that's not the problem in Quran. The problem is the ilm. The people who just simply, you know, sometimes we sit with people and, you know, they're beginners, I will say, in understanding ilm. Is, you know, so-and-so, mashallah, he's very good, huh? Sheikh so-and-so. How you know good? I like his talk. Yeah, just you like his talk, that means he's very good. And who are you? Imam al-Nawawi for you to decide, or what? Or Imam Bukhari, or just you like it, mashallah, and you have. Allah sent messengers and prophets to make us understand. So if you just follow people's opinions and ideologies and ideas, and they easily can be influenced, that means you are a prisoner of their opinions. And putting you on something, people will continue talking. They never stop talking since the time of Sayyidina Adam alayhi salam. So they won't stop talking for your sake. From Adam alayhi salam, don't think, he or he good, I will stop. No, they will continue talking. That is the thing. Why? Because the one who talks, he has, maybe he likes you, but he has to give you good advice. Good advice always sour, tough. If I just say to you, yes, no, this is, I'm putting you in trouble. Because Allah in Quran said, do and don't do. And what we say, قالوا سمعنا وأطعنا. Allah knows what is good for your future. This one, the one who went to scholar, said to him, do you read the future? Say, no. You have a future? No. I'm not fortune teller. Sometimes we have this, sometimes for joke, or sometimes, you know, but this joke can turn to reality. Read the
Pub.
or we have the people in Arabs, coffee, in Turkish coffee. We have it in Turkey, in Arabs, you know, country, they like to read the upside down, the coffee after drinking it, keep it for a while, and then after that they will read it for you. Can you imagine? The coffee decide our future.
Allah.
And by whom? MashaAllah, by Imam al-Bukhari, like some. Someone who maybe, I don't know who's, but you know, people sometimes believe on it. Sometimes it's for joke, but that joke, if you say, you have You're thinking too much nowadays. Yes. There is always blockage in your way. You Allah sah. MashaAllah, this is appearing in my cup. Yeah, it's very clear. See it. There is a small fish in your way and big fish. What that mean? Rizqi, small and big. But always rizq, you got small. Yes, subhanAllah. Yeah, see? And they will think of it always. Logically, already enter. And the palm also. Oh, mashallah, you have long life. You have. They do this. Someone was told he have long life. He died after 3 days. Mashallah, it's long after 3 days. Yeah, but if you 3 days, 1 day, how many hours? Hours by minutes and seconds. It's too long life, in fact. Left Al-Quran, which is saying the truth and reality, and go for a cup of coffee and I don't know what. Munajjimeen, this one. Fine. This is a problem. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who, if you knowing yourself carefully, your belief, when you listen to what Allah said, and سمعنا وأطعنا. Talking with people sometimes, they say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said like that. They say, look, everything I do, only this cannot. Why you have a choice? It's not an option. It's not option. You have to understand. It's decision. And by whom? By Malik al-Mulk. Yeah, this is. Sayyidina Ibrahim asked Allah once, Ya Allah, قال ربي أرني كيف تحيي الموتى. Ya Allah, show me how you revive, bring back the dead to the life. Allah asked him, he didn't do that immediately. He asked him questions straight away. قال أولم تؤمن? Do you don't have belief on that? He didn't say, نعم, I believe. He said, قال بلى. He said, of course I believe, Ya Allah. ولكن ليطمئن قلبي. Not my mind, I want this. Let people think whatever think, but mine is, I want this to be protected for me. What my belief, I want it to be always there. Not that mean he's going to believe at that moment. No. Protect my belief, Ya Allah, for me. Keep me safe. Then Allah show him subhanahu wa ta'ala after that. But first he asked, so then, who are you to question Allah? And who are you to say what? Why Allah doing this? Why that happened? And most of it because of our faults. We're not an angel and our prophet's a message just to think that, we had a fault, but we cannot admit. Unable to admit. And sometimes we want people to admit they are wrong always. So, what if I say, okay, I'm wrong, what you have got? No, just relief. Sayyidina Ali once came from the house and they said that he has a very cheerful face. And he said, how cool it's in the heart, in my heart. They say, what is it? He said, to say I don't know, or to say I'm sorry. He said, big relief. Allah. But we need people to value that. We need people to value that. If they not value that, it might be against them. Even the ulama, alim, if he is not zahid, zuhud is mean what? He has rida, he's alim and he has enough, alhamdulillah, he won't look for anything else except pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not for people's pocket or something from them. Sayyidina Al-Hasan al-Basri said, if the alim was not zahid, no containment, he don't have what we call it, happy with what Allah give me, and he doesn't look to the life and want this and that, he said, if he don't have this, he will be a punish for the people of his time. Instead of being mercy, he'll be punished for them. So they ask Sayyidina Imam An-Nawawi, he said, and Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani was asked about the saying of Imam Al-Hasan Al-Basri, if the alim was not Zahid, he will be punished. He said, what does that mean? So Shaykh Abdul Qadir said, because he talked with no sincerity and no amal. So his words won't enter their hearts, and it won't strengthen these words in their hearts, so they will just listen but no amal. They listen without work, without following, without applying it to their life. And Imam Malik bin Dinar said, when the body is sick, food won't give any help. When you are sick, you don't want to eat. No appetite. It's like that the heart. When it's connected with dunya, no advices will be will give benefit for him. No advice. No one will listen. Ya akhi, Allah said. You know what is the position of Salihin? Contentment, river. No argue, no long talk. What they said about As-Salihin, they call وَكَانَ سِيمَاهُمْ الصَّمْتِ. Most of the time they are quiet. Quiet of talking with people, but they are doing zikr. Don't want to engage themselves with lots of things. Tell me tell me the story, tell me. I see, if also there is something here. Don't spend your time in argue with people. If someone say wrong about you, if you have someone say wrong, and you just go and say, why you did that? Why, especially if they're idiot, don't waste your time. One, Hassan Basri said, the dog which bite me, I cannot be dog to bite him also, to bite the dog. Correct? And he said, if any dog bark on you and you throw him on a stone, the stones will be tomorrow by $1. Because there are many of them, you have to. Many people, they have to be different. Otherwise, you won't understand how you'll have difficult to live in this world. Stress, too much of stress, too much of thinking. Small thing make you. ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. We wish that we can think and be worshipper of Allah as we think about this worldly life and these issues, nonsense and useless. May Allah protect us. Ameen. Yeah, tafadhal.
You must listen to what the heart and the innermost being are telling you to do, for they are commanding what is good and forbidding what is evil. You must be content with your poverty, for your willingness to accept it actually constitutes wealth.
Rida, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is considered richness. No one can be like you. And put in mind, it's a temporary. Things can change. Any moment, kun fayakun. Well, it change or not change, you be his servant, khalas. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will do what is good for you. No argument. If If you just continue arguing with eat yourself and keep questioning why like that, you will lose the biggest reward of rida in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Radiyallahu anhum wa radu an. طيب.
Your powerlessness is a kind of protection, because if He empowered you, the probable and most likely outcome would be that you would perish through disobeying Him. While if He makes you poor and incapable, it is probable and most likely that He will keep you safe from sins of disobedience. If you are patient with His choice, you will have with Him a reward such as neither you nor anyone on earth could calculate. You are impatient.
If you accept and you have rida, the reward, no one can calculate the reward of that rida. There's no safe you can put that reward in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know what? That some people, they become part of people's life. Listening to them. But you're listening to what? Maybe listening to useless stories, ridiculous, wrong. Those people gone. They're safe, empty and minus. Sunnah Sayyid. And those people who they're the opposite, they're good, and people listen to them, and they find on them a source of comfort and hope. The Quran has lots of stories about that. They are great people. Could be assigned to help others, but they are people Allah assigned them only for Himself. For Himself, for Him. He is my servant for me. I just want to listen to Him. This is Ubbad. They have been assigned. And most of the time they are unknown. And they become known only when Allah wants them to be known. Great names. You have people, we just hear stories and advices they give in certain time. Not always. Not that mean the people go to them, sit the majlis listening to them. Like Al-Junaid al-Baghdadi, people come and listen to him. Sari Sakti before. Abu Bakr Shibli, a student of, is not like that. For Malik bin Sayyidina Ma'ruf al-Karhi. Ma'ruf al-Karhi, great Abid, Alim, Zahid, Taqi, one of the, someone who's very, subhanAllah, ajib, that made Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal visit him always. Ahmad bin Hanbal, you know, students and fiqh and ibad. And at this time he is the Imam of his time. So the students of Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, they felt that, hey man, this Malik Ma'ruf al-Karhi is not that, no, who is he to? Doesn't have ilm like Ahmad bin Hanbal. So they said, Ya Imam Ahmad, the Sheikh, does Ma'ruf al-Karhi has ilm? He said, yes, he has the mother of all ilms, all knowledges. Say, what is it? He said, Taqwa Allah. He has taqwa. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu ittaqullah. Where is the beautiful part of it? Allah said, وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهِ وَيُعَلِّمْكُمُ اللَّهِ. After taqwa, Allah will teach you. He got taqwa already min Allah, so he has the knowledge that means. Few words will touch his. They have, you know, the words is so beautiful that it touches the hearts of the people straight away. No? And it has lots of meaning. Example, Jalaluddin Rumi. He has always very simple sentence but has meaningful, very big meaning. He said, don't scare of death, but scare of life with no life. What does that mean? So you live in the life without the reason of the life, not being connected with Allah. You are a living creature, but you are not a believer creature. Are different. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسِ إِلَّا to worship. He said, my beloved asked me a question. How many number of times I come to your mind? He says only one time, because you come in and you never go out.
Allah.
You come in and you remain there. So it's only one time.
Allah.
Beautiful meaning. It's simple but deep. His Sheikh Shams Tabriz, Jalaluddin Rumi. Also simple word. He said the well of Mahabba, it has no bucket. The well of love, it has no bucket. Because no one drink of it, only those whom are drawn already in that sea, in that well.
Allah.
They are drawn in the well of Mahabba. So they won't come up again. Gone. Many. You see, if the words filled with thorns, you try to be the only roses. Thorns, you be the rose. Flower. Yani, if the people have a very funny attitude, you be the good one. And that attitude and manners is a living, great living message, can reach to everyone. Your akhlaq. And about last week, I met someone, well, brother. So we're having dinner in his house. He told me very something story happened to him. He said he was driving his car somewhere. I think in Singapore or yeah. While driving the car, he looked at the mirror. He saw behind him a sultan's car, one of the sultans here, car, and he was driving by himself. See, when I saw, I give way to him, to the sultan, to allow him to pass. And then when he passed, I salute him, like, you know. And he saw me. And a few days later, he called me to the palace. I went. Sit together, have a cup of tea, this, that, 1, 2, 3. Never say anything. Then when I was leaving, I was confused. What is it? So I had the son, the prince. Why he called me? He said, appreciate your good manners. Appreciate your good manners. I said, this creature was happy with another creature because manners. How about Allah when He's happy with you?
Allah. 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 Allah.
With your good manners, with akhlaq. No? It was said the verse of Quran, وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ, Ya Rasulullah, you stand in an exalted, platform of akhlaq, let's say, very high, your akhlaq. He's not akhlaq, but he's an example of akhlaq, and they said Sayyidina Rasulullah is a source of akhlaq sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But in one narration, it has a weak transmission, we have to say that, but for the sake of advices, and it's nice to be mentioned, da'if, let's say, but it's not aqidah or fiqh, it's something for fada'il al-a'mal or advices, or athar is okay to narrate. It said at the beginning of Sayyidina Rasulullah's da'wah, he was working in Mecca, in one of the passages, and then he saw an old lady. She was carrying charcoal, firewood, branches, So when he saw Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he came to her and said, "Mother, let me help you, please." So he took the things and he was walking. She taught him, she guided him the way to her house, and she was praising him all the way. She said, "Thank you so much, appreciate him." And he was passing by a small, like, what do you call it? Muddy area.
Muddy puddles.
Yeah. So he asked her to. He sent the things and walk again in the mud and carry that old lady, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and to the other side, and reach home. And she has apparently she has a small hut. The old lady, she was very happy and she was praising him. "Thank you so much. If I has a son, maybe he won't do the same." Yeah. She's a lonely woman. He said, "It's okay, no worries." She said, I want to give you something in return." He said, "No need." He said, No, I have to. I don't have anything, but I give you one advice." "Okay, tell me your advice." He said, "I came to know that it's appeared in our, someone who claims he's a prophet or messenger and this. And, be aware of him. He's a liar." So, you imagine yourself in a situation if you are the one who, you help someone and he tell, I've talked about him. This is my fault, I should. So he, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said, "Thank you for your advice." Same smile, nothing changed in his face. He was about to go. The lady said, wait a minute. I didn't know who you are. You're from where? Which tribe? Which part of, you're from Quraysh or from where? So that in the future, if I need anything, I can, So he really wants to know who am I. She said, "Yes." He said, "I am Muhammadur Rasulullah." She said, "How to be one of your followers? How to believe on you? I want to believe on you now." The whole thing changed. Before she warning him, now she said, "I want to believe on you. No, you are a right person, in fact." Qawl, amal, akhlaq, everything. Well, they said that was one of the reasons. Allah said, وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقٍ sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Akhlaq. Top. And these are, subhanAllah, the things which, there's another beautiful words of Sayyidina Jalaluddin Rumi also said. He said, if you want to fly, unload unnecessary things from your life. If you want to reach peace of mind, erase the past, unload it so you can't fly. The birds cannot fly. If you put one stone, he is unable to. Yeah, like this. Unload. Get rid of this. And he say, if you go anywhere, you be the spirit of that place. You be the nur where the people looking to you. You try to say, you do something to people to remember you. These are all beautiful words. Huh? Words of Salihin. Simple. That's giving from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala this ability to talk with sincerity, talk less, some meaningful words, and it has a great impact in the life of the people. Inshallah, Allah grant us to be among them. Yeah. It's important advice now. Yeah.
You are impatient, and the impatient person never succeeds in getting anything he wants.
In fact, what is written, no impatient, he has no someone who, but here he say you are in a hurry always. Musta'jil, ajala. You are always in a hurry to get things. It has a meaning of impatient also. But hurry, someone who is hurry has no wise. He just run without thinking, without planning, without. Yeah. So, but in the meantime, impatient also can be used. Yeah, right? You are impatient, yeah?
Haste is from the devil.
You read it from beginning. You are impatient.
You are impatient, and the impatient person never succeeds in getting anything he wants. Haste is from the devil, while an unhurried pace is from the All-Merciful.
Unhurried. See, if patient, wise, and wisdom said, talk when it's necessary to talk. Think before you talk. There's a beautiful words I can't recall of Sayyidina Ali. He said, the wise man, he is the one who talked when he was asked to talk. He talked less, and he closed his mouth before the people closed their ears. And when you talk a lot, someone say, "Oh, don't want to hear anymore." So that means you are not wise anymore. Stop. And another thing is involving yourself in unnecessary things, wastage of time. Wastage of time, and you might lose so much. There was a curious guy who was walking, passing in a bridge, underneath there's a river, and he saw someone standing. He said, 5, 5, 5, 5. Just repeating number 5. So he came to him and said, "Hey, why are you saying 5? He said, "Akhi, you just go in your way. Not something not concerning you." So, no, I want to know. Please tell me. He said, "You just go, please." So now I want to know, why are you saying 5, 5? There must be something. He said, "Yeah, man, there's something, but why you go? It's nothing to do with you." He said, "No, you have to tell me." He said, "Are you sure?" "Yeah." He threw him in the river. He said, 6, 6, 6. Curious. Hurried and
Allah.
You don't involve yourself with unnecessary things. So, what happened? What they said? Is it? Okay. What they want? What they said? At the end of the day, anything, nothing to do with us. It's okay. You long story, you hit it, and then after that, it's okay. Nothing to do with us. This curiosity is not good. It's against wisdom, in fact. Yeah? And a shaitan always asks you to. Yeah. But Ar-Rahman, no. He never asks you to involve yourself in unnecessary things and nothing to involve. Yeah, something which is Sallallahu Alaihi Allah protect us from being impatient and being curious and being. And he said this impatient and to be hurry is a soldier of shaitan. So if you are like that, you put in your mind you are traveling, and you with you, the one who supports you, soldier, shaitan soldier. You are not in need for that, I think.
No.
Anyone need shaitan to be his one of his? Yeah. Anyone?
If you are hasty, you are one of the soldiers of Satan, and in his company.
Yeah, you became soldier also now.
Allah.
I've been like promoted. Yeah.
While if you are slow but sure, well behaved and patient,
Very important. This is against that. So, if you are what again? If you
are hasty,
yeah,
you are one of the soldiers of Shaitan,
no,
and in his company.
no,
While if you are slow
yeah,
but sure, well behaved
well behaved,
and patient,
patient,
you are one of the soldiers of the All-Merciful, and in his company.
oh, one of Junud al-Rahman subhanahu wa ta'ala. Being Junud, soldier of Shaitan, and Junud al-Rahman. This one has job and this one has job. Totally different. You became an advising creature to give hope to people, good advice, change their life. You know, there are people who change life of people for good, always. And there's other people nagging, arguing for nothing. Those people, they know they are a soldier of whom. But when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have chosen these people to be in his side, to be his soldiers, wherever they go, they protect the people. And they give them hope for what is good. Always. And they said, a good people pass by here, because you can see their achievements everywhere. When we have great followers of shuyukh, like Sayyidina Sheikh Abdul Qadir Al-Jailani, Sayyidina Ahmad Rifai, Sayyidina Khwaja Mintishi, Sayyidina Naqshbandi, Sayyidina Shadhili, hundreds of years ago. But we can see their achievements daily in the life of the people, in the books we are reading, in the advices we are following. These are the people whom Allah have chosen to be his soldiers, wise soldiers, and when Allah chooses someone, not only when he was alive, if he left the world, he still remain. He is Waliullah and remain Waliullah after that. The conclusion now we're going to read this conclusion. What is it?
The reality of pious devotion
Taqwa, reality of taqwa, aywa.
is doing what Allah, Almighty and glorious is He, has commanded you to do, forsaking what He has forbidden you to do,
No.
and being patient with His workings, His decrees of destiny, and all the rest of His trials and tribulations. You are total creature, total self, total passion, total slender, total impulse. You do not have a clue about Allah. Almighty and glorious is He, and those who really know Him. You are all insane in relation to them, for they are the sane ones when the madness of the madman of the Lord of truth, Almighty and glorious is He, is complete. The time has come for him to leave madness behind. There is movement at the beginning and stillness at the end.
No.
The sickness departs and wisdom follows in its wake.
No. People who doesn't like you because you're good, they say you're crazy or insane. Let them do that, because for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are great. You never allow people to value you, because of they value it according to their concept, understanding. Your value comes in the Quran. Who are you? The Quran explain about you. If you are min al-muhsineen, min al-sadiqeen, min al-munibeen, min al-khash, it's everything written, who you are. The Quran will describe who you are. But if you ask people to value you, their value always falls. Because they value today because they want something from you. The thing is gone, next day they will say, he's useless fellow. Or maybe in the same time, mashallah ya akhi, wallahi, mashallah. When he turns, na'udhu billah min dhalik. Yeah, see? But Ar-Rahman subhanahu wa ta'ala, Al-Quran describe أولئك هم المحسنون أولئك هم الصادقون. Read it and you say, am I one of them? If the things you read in the Quran matching what you are, then you are among the Salihin. And then you are one of Allah's lovers and His beloved subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's how the things will work for us to be among those who chosen by Allah after they saw themselves in the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if you are alone, not that mean you are not right. And there are many people like you, not that mean also they are right. The right one who اهدنا الصراط الصراط الذي أنعمت عليهم. Sayyidina Abu Yazid al-Bistami at the conclusion said, one night I went outside, it was a full moon night, very quiet. The sky looks like open and it's all decorated by the moon and stars. Something give you peace. And I noticed that the door is open. Allah's door is open on that beautiful night. But I could not see anyone. Although there are many claimers that they are ahbab. For him, you say they claim. So why is that? Not many people. Then you say, I hear a voice saying, not always when you cannot see people on the door, that means there is no one. And not everyone chosen by us. And not any tongue enough and good enough for our munajat. Allah, when He chooses someone, subhanahu wa ta'ala, you might not see him at the masjid standing. You maybe see him in his bed. Or maybe you are unable to see him. You see in his house. He was chosen by Allah for something. And that is between him and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But that mean you say, hey, let me stay at home now and everything will. They won't move, they won't put a step without asking themselves, is Allah happy with this step or not? That's what they're concerned with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as Jalaluddin Rumi said, Ya Allah took me from myself unto you, and guide me in spite of myself. Guide me, force me to be guided by you. but took me away from myself. Don't allow myself to control me. Inshallah, Allah grant us to be among those who follow the path of true guidance. المتقين المؤمنين الصالحين المنيبين الخاشعين. May Allah grant us توفيق الهداية في الدين والدنيا والآخرة. اللهم اجعلنا من عبادك الصالحين هداة مهتدين لا ضالين ولا مضلين، وافتح علينا فتوح العارفين يا أرحم الراحمين. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا المتقين إماما. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وارض عنا يا عزيز يا غفار. فسهل يا إلهي كل صعب بحرمة سيد الأبرار سهل. Ya Allah, give us the contentment. Grant us to be among your sincere servants. And if you see that our self-controlling us and we are happy with ourselves, take us away from ourselves and bring us back to you. Let us not to waste our life in nonsense things. You are the protector from the evil of our own selves, from the evil of seen and the evil of unseen. Forgive all our sins, for there is no one forgives the sins except you. And filled our life with the meaning of sincere worship, sincere amal, sincere ilm and good manners. And don't allow the evil play with us. Protect us from evil and its tricks, and grant us to be among those whom they worship you with sincerity, and those whom they hope for the best future, not to think of the past. And grant us, Ya Allah, for us, for our families, the children, their children, our beloved brothers, sisters, those whom they ask us to pray for them, and those we ask them to pray for us, that all of us to be under your care all the time till we meet you inshallah in Jannah. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وارض عنا يا عزيز يا غفار. وصل اللهم وسلم بارك على حبيبك الأعظم سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. تقبل الله منا.